This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. If you're here with us, please say hello. And if you watch the replay, let us know that and tag replay. We're excited to be here with you this evening. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Mariana Laterio, and I'm here with my beautiful friends, Ivanka, Geisha, and Sonia. So we're going to talk to you all about women's health tonight. So we're going to chat casually, and if you have any questions, let us know, and then at the end we will answer them. So for those of you that do know us, you know that we're all about clean beauty, and with clean beauty we thought it would be in your best interest if we partnered with a company about inside beauty. So inside and outside go together. You can't just put something on your face. You gotta make sure it comes from within so the beauty is shown without. So we're here to talk to you about collagen and gut health and beauty inside out. So if you are familiar with Trinot, let us know. If you're not, we're going to talk about Trinot tonight, which is the brand that we partnered up with. And we're going to specifically talk about collagen and a digestive enzyme that helps with your gut health. All right. We are using this amazing collagen that all four of us have seen huge results with. So we want to share that with you tonight. So if you're using a collagen, drop it in the comments and let us know if it's a liquid or a powder. Give me 1 second. I just want to see. Just want to make sure I'm sharing it to my group because I don't think so. So if it's a liquid or collagen, put it in the chat. And if you have a collagen handy, maybe take a picture of the supplements and drop it in the comments as well so we can compare them. I have a few notes here so I don't miss out on some great facts that I want to share with you. So our collagen glow is a pasture-raised, grass-fed bovine type 1 collagen, which is bovine collagen is actually type 1 and a type 3. So just to let you know that 90% of our body is a type 1 collagen. So initially, I'm sure many of you think of collagen for hair and nails, like more of a beauty supplement, but it's actually a lot more. The type 1 is actually most abundant in our body, which also helps with our tissues, our ligaments, our joints. So with type 1 and type 3, you actually get a benefit of a whole body, which is great. So there's also a type 2, which is more geared towards just your joints. But you really want to make sure with collagen that it says collagen peptides, because if it doesn't and it just says collagen, you're actually wasting your money. It's really important that it's hydrolyzed. We're not going to get too much into the science because we want to share our experiences with you. But wanted to let you know what's in this product that makes it impactful and sets it apart from others. So this one has also an additional 10 grams of protein, 11 grams of collagen peptide, which many of you actually look at your supplement facts, really doesn't have much collagen peptides in it, maybe 1%. 1 gram or 2 grams. So take a look at that. It's really important to read your labels. Ingredients are important. When I say pasture-raised, grass-fed bovine, if you're using marine, where is your fish coming from? Is it wild caught or is it farmed? You don't know if it's organic. It's important to know what you're putting into your body. Also, type 2 comes from chicken cartilage. What is your chicken fed? Where is your chickens? Where are they raised? Because if you have a grain sensitivity like my daughter does, she can't put that in her body because she'll flare up. So these are little things that we're not educated on. And that's why we're here to make sure you're putting the right stuff into your body. So I'm going to let the ladies share, before I go into more detail with the other ingredients, I'm going to let the ladies share their experience with this liquid collagen. Who wants to go first?
Here, sorry, I'm not going to go first, but I just want to say maybe you should mention also the reason why powder versus liquid is like liquid is so much more impactful, and like the different, like if you know the numbers offhand, the absorption rates, and you know, like I know just from a little bit of a personal experience, like I was using a powdered collagen before I started using the Trinot one, and you know, I thought it was doing its thing, and then it's like you started, and it's not just on Trinot, like it's just this, you know, there's other products that are liquid based, and you actually realize, so it's actually the research that is showing, not our product, that is showing that liquid collagen is much more impactful. And I don't know if you want to share that with the
Yes.
audience.
And I meant to do that when I asked you if you're using a liquid or a powder. So a liquid is actually about, they say 80% above 90% absorbable in your body, whereas a powder is only 30%. So if you picture a powder in a liquid, it actually, there's logic, like it makes sense if you start comparing the two. The powder, like even like in your drink, it sinks to the bottom. It doesn't dissolve, because I tried to, you know, I've tried many powders. I actually just, it didn't go well with, it didn't dissolve, and it drove me nuts. I used to tell Sonia that, but that's what it does in your body. It just sits there. It's not absorbed. Whereas a liquid, just, you know, you can mix it with a little bit of water or take it straight, however you like, but it is absorbed into your gums right away, which means it goes right into your bloodstream. So that's very important. I'm just going to touch on the taste. I'm going to be super honest. We have 2 orange cream and a strawberry. They're not the best, but actually my husband likes it. So everyone's got a different palate, but I wasn't sure if it's okay to mix it with something. But I was listening to a nutritionist today, and she said, you know, like if you want to add it into your daily routine, like put it in a shake, that's okay. You can do that too. I like to add just a tiny bit of water, and I take it in a shot. It's my new form of shot, you know, shots at night. And we
take it just to get it over with. Just take it because I know it's good for me. It's kind of like when you take, like, you know, cough syrup, not because you want to be taking cough syrup, but you know, because it's gonna like do something for you. And you know, it's great.
Yeah. So yeah, so we take it in the evening. It's best absorbed in the evening because your body resets at night. And because of the amino acid blend, it gives you a nice sleep. It puts you in a deep sleep. I've never had a hard time sleeping, to be honest. But when I started taking this, I was actually in a really deep sleep. So I love the benefits of that. If you do have a little acid reflux, then you could take it in the morning, because whatever you take in the evening is going to bother you. You can also take it in the morning. That's not a problem either. Okay. Who wants to share their experience?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
All right, so I've been using it for just shy of 2 months. Mary introduced me to it a couple of months ago. And I'll be honest, I like the taste. I'm not bothered by it. I find it's tart. I don't know if any of you ladies feel like it's a little bit tart, and I just take it straight in my shot glass. Mm-hmm. Like you said, Mary, it's like replacing shots. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I'm drinking the collagen. I don't mind the taste, but I think I might try to put it like in a shake or something. But I've been trying different collagens for, I'd say, better part of 3 years or so. Tried one other liquid, wasn't crazy about the taste. And most of the rest of them were powders. And yeah, they don't dissolve. They don't dissolve. They just sit to the bottom, and you're constantly stirring, you're constantly shaking it. So I was really excited to try this one. And I've already seen, I feel changes. I told people in my group, I'm going to post pictures soon so that I could see a progress, like of a few months. But yeah, I feel like I've seen some changes. I feel changes and a little bit of, you know, tightness. And Mary told me to share this little tidbit. I do feel like my girls are a little bit upwards, a little bit.
A little plump.
Yeah, like they haven't grown, but they just feel better. They're facing the right direction. They're going in the right direction. So yeah.
Amazing.
And that's that.
Okay, who's next?
I'll go. So I have been taking the collagen after getting introduced to it from Mir last month. And when it came for me, we're about 3.5 weeks in, I think, of taking it. And so I really didn't expect to see changes so soon. So at about 2 weeks in, well, just shy of 2 weeks, I went for this big run because I'm a part-time runner, and my husband dragged me along to this big run on our anniversary weekend, which was about 10K. And I normally am pretty sore after a run like that. We're a lot of hills, and come to find out, I woke up the next morning and I completely forgot to think about it because I'm usually sore the next morning, and I had like zero muscle and joint pain, which for me, like, that's a huge thing. Like, you just don't go out and run a 10K up hills if you haven't been doing it consistently and not have various forms of pain in your body.
Mhm.
So it immediately, I was like, what have I been doing differently? That's the thing that I've been doing differently. I've been taking collagen to support my body, and holy smokes. So I was pretty impressed at that point. And that was only about, I mean, the results aren't like the same for everybody, but it is supposed to be fast acting. And obviously my body needed that. And yeah, I was so impressed. So I'm actually really excited to keep training and keep running to keep having results like that, because when you don't have to worry as much, not that you're not going to get sore, but when you don't have to worry as much about that sort of thing, you know, your joints are being supported. To me, that's a huge deal. So for exercise.
Awesome. Yeah, I had the same result with my ankle because my ankle cracks a lot and it just stopped cracking. And I was like, oh, like go. And the first 3 weeks, I noticed my lashes. I must sleep on this side, so I never had lashes here, and they started growing, which was I think all I do is wear mascara. So like lashes to me is like, I'm jealous of Sonia's long lashes. I'm like, I want long lashes. And there's biotin in here, which helps with that. So that's awesome.
So my experience with the collagen, again, once I was using it was, first of all, I will have to say this is that you have to stay consistent with it, because when I first started using it, I admit I was not as consistent with it. And that's just bad habits on my end. So like anything in life, if you stay consistent with whatever you're doing, like whether it's skincare or a workout routine, you see results, and that's really the only way that you can measure it. So for me, when I really started becoming consistent with it, and Mir had told me put it in your nighttime routine, because I had previously always consumed it in the morning with my morning kind of, whether a shake or a coffee. So I started putting it into my nighttime routine, started staying consistent with it. Full disclosure, I really wanted to ramp it up because I got a really bad haircut, and she cut my hair awful and short. And I was like, I need to do everything in my power to get my hair to grow to a certain length so that I can like go to someone to fix this. So that's my hair has definitely grown. I mean, I have back in a ponytail,
Yeah.
but it's definitely growing to the point where I feel like probably in about another 3 or 4 weeks, I could probably go get it shaped by a proper hairdresser. So that's my own, self indulgent reasons of like staying really consistent with it. And then again, like I do feel like my face is more plump. I know I use an amazing skincare as well, so I mean that helps. But like, it's almost like you feel this plumpness from the inside versus just the skin at the skin level. So again, the only thing that I really changed is the collagen on that side of it. So I mean, my hair is growing. Oh, the other thing I want to add is by doing it at nighttime, and this was also another reason why me and Mir really, Mir told me, I was like, yeah, I'm doing it, because it goes to like say that when I take my collagen, so usually at this time of day at 8 o'clock, it's like I take it, and it's like me telling my body I cannot consume anything else because I've taken collagen. So it's like I've cut back on all my like late night snacking habits that were not doing me well. or serving me well. Like I even don't like to drink after that. So I mean, I might have some water, but I won't have any like sort of hot beverages or anything like that. And it's just sort of putting my body in that like mode of like, that's it. This is the last thing you're going to ingest. It helps me sleep in a deeper sleep. And then also it's like saving me calories.
Totally. And that's because it has like the additional 10 grams of protein and
sure.
11 grams of collagen peptides. It's very filling. So
Yeah.
you don't even feel hungry. So that's like, you know, a little weight loss tip. So I see all these testimonies, like our girlfriend was using it. I posted her pictures and she loaded. So loading means when you double the dose. So now you're getting 20 grams. For someone who wants to kickstart like we're not a weight loss company. However, those are the perks and the benefits you get of collagen. Just like when you're young, your body can take a lot more than it can when it's older. So yeah, she lost inches. And I noticed, I was telling the girls too, like after now 3 months, I haven't changed anything, but I do feel firmer. And I lost a couple pounds on the scale, but that is because some habits have changed, because I'm not snacking at night, because I'm taking this at night, because it fills me up. I think that's a huge bonus. So if anybody needs like a little kickstart, and it also repairs the lining of your gut, which is key to, you know, healthy collagen, healthy skin, better absorption of everything if your gut is clean. They say your gut is actually your first brain, not your second brain. So if your gut isn't clean and it's not digesting well, then it's going to come out in your skin, and you're going to notice it, and you're going to look tired. Where I also find this gives me energy when I wake up. But Sonia, I want you to touch on one more product, which they go hand in hand. She's had a huge response to her body with this Enrich.
So this is the one product that it's our digestive enzymes. This is the one product that even when I first listened to a call, almost like an education call about this line, they did this whole demo, and you know, I'm gonna do it. You know, if you're in part of my VIP group, I'm gonna do it there. We're all gonna probably eventually do it. It's the one demo that really like was like, what is this product? And so the digestive enzyme, and if anyone is like me in their mid to late 40s, I don't know, it's like you turn 40 and things start to happen to your body, and you know, things I used to be able to eat without any sort of bother, like I never had any gluten allergies or intolerances, and things started to like, I noticed like sushi, I love, like my favorite food is sushi, and it's like all of a sudden eating sushi was uncomfortable because of how I felt after. Or Indian food for me in particular, it was like I love Indian food, and it was just like I would suffer just to eat it because I loved it so much, but like I knew the pain was coming, so I had to like reduce as often as I have my sushi or my thing. So when this product, I'm like, I'm gonna try it when I have my sushi, right? And so that was like the first thing, and it definitely helped. I didn't feel like I had pain. So whenever I eat, in particular sushi and Indian food, for me, it's this pain that I get. I don't get sick. Like I'm not like, you know, in the bathroom at all. It's just I'm in very much of a discomfort state. So that was like the reason why I really want to try it. And then unbeknownst to me, I started taking it regularly. So I take 2 a day. And you know, they
dinner or in the morning.
Like, so you know what if I know that I'm eating, so what they say with digestive enzymes is basically if you're eating anything that is processed or cooked, which is pretty much most of our diets, right? Like whether you're cooking meat or you're, you know, you can have like a grilled chicken salad, but the chicken is obviously cooked, right? So anything that they say, so anything that's raw in a raw state, so veggies and fruit in their raw state, and you know, the analogy that they use, if you leave that item out on your counter, will it start to decompose, right? So if I leave a banana on my counter, eventually it will decompose, and that's because that banana has enzymes in it that work to basically break down whatever it is into basically a rotting state, and it will eventually like go away, right? And that's sort of what happens in our gut when we're digesting it. If we're ingesting food that is raw, the enzymes from that raw food will just break the food down, and pass through your body, and everything will kind of like clear itself. But what happens when you have cooked food or processed food is it doesn't have those live enzymes, so it needs the help, right? So your gut has its own natural enzymes that help break it down, and then sometimes you might eat food that help along the process. But many times that food just kind of gets stuck in our gut and doesn't get cleared out, right? So some people have irregular bowel movements because of this. Some people might have bloating. Some people might have, extreme pain, or just basically completely different levels of what you like on the spectrum of what you could possibly have. So, I didn't really start taking it because I thought I had bowel issues. That's for sure. I know this is going to be like, a sensitive topic, but here we are. But like, I was just taking it really to see if I can start eating foods that I love again and notice any difference. And I also started noticing that I would bloat after a lot of my meals. It didn't matter what I would eat. So this product, if you're consuming it before a cooked meal, they say about 2 to 3 hours, right? Like that's the ideal state that you should consume your digestive enzymes before the meal. But honestly, I've just gotten used to taking it at dinner time, because dinner time is usually my one meal that I know for sure I have always something cooked with. Like, whereas my breakfast, I could usually have a shake, which has a lot of like raw ingredients. Same thing with my lunch. It's not heavily processed or cooked. So I usually take it around 4 or 5 o'clock. So when I do consume my dinner, it's already starting the process of breaking down what's already in my digestive system.
Mhm.
So, and you don't feel it right away. Like, it's not like you're going to eat.
You're not going to
the
be
meal.
running to the bathroom.
No, you're definitely not going to be running to the bathroom. But, and again, this is where information comes into play. So I apologize if some people are offended by this kind of talk, but it's real life talk. And I would probably have one bowel movement a day, which I thought was normal. And it was like a healthy bowel movement. And it wasn't like, there was no issues with my bowel movement. But when I am taking these consistently, I'm having 2 to 3 a day. So like for me,
which is what you're supposed to have.
yeah, like, so for me, that was like the biggest thing I noticed. I'm like, and it wasn't like there were 2 or 3 just regular like bowel movements. And it was just like, oh my God, I'm like this is all stuck in me. And like, it's now coming out of me, for lack of a better analogy. So for me, like the digestive enzymes I'm like, I can't live without these. Like, it's like, and so I don't know if it's between this and then also with the collagen, like paired together, like obviously they work wonders, but it's like for me, the digestive enzymes, especially if you are, starting to have intolerance of foods and stuff, like give them a go. I've tried other digestive and I've tried other enzymes, or probiotics and prebiotics. That's the other thing. Like, I mean, we're not going to get too sciencey on you tonight, but like, that's the other thing you need to know. Like, your pre and pro should be together. There's a reason why that happens. Like, just taking a probiotic doesn't really do what you want it to do. Same thing with taking like, the prebiotics. So there's a lot of like knowledge that we have to like kind of educate ourselves on about our own ailments of what we wanted to achieve.
Yeah, and
So
these do have a stabilized probiotics and prebiotics. So
Yeah.
we'll actually drop in our pages a demo, a video, how quickly it breaks down your food. So it's in a pudding, and then this is what it does in your body. It's pretty remarkable. But even if your kids so they're plant-based, it's all whole plant. Our ingredients are fully transparent. You can look at the ingredients. It's all whole plant. But even if like my daughter can't swallow things, like this mental thing, but she can suck on it. So she'll let it dissolve in her mouth, or you can even open it up and it isn't gross tasting at all. So you can do that as well for little kids. If they're having a tummy ache, I've heard moms give it to their little babies. They'll do half a capsule if they feel colicky, and it'll just release all the tension in their stomach. Yeah, there's a lot of great testimonies. And honestly, it's whole plant. There's nothing synthetic in there. It cannot hurt you. And that's like with all of our products, there is no synthetic. It's all like all the products are full transparent. You can go on the website and see all the ingredients and check them out. But one thing I wanted to mention too, so we have third party validation. So it's called CGMP, which is independent lab testing, this is very important. It's stamped on our company. You can see on our website. They check for heavy metal and toxins. So, like I said, going back to where is everything raised? What are you putting into your body? Are they testing for heavy metals? This is what, affects your gut. And if you don't detox that, you can cause serious issues over time, especially at our age if it's been collecting all these years. So I really stress ingredients are very important to know what you're putting into your body.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and if you're watching from any, like, doesn't matter whose page you're watching from here. Like, if you're watching from Mira's page, like, and you want to ask her a question, like, or you just want to know how the products that you're taking compared to maybe the ones that we're talking about, like, send us a message or reach out to us, because we can easily like kind of show you a side by side label that kind of would say like, yeah, your product's great, like if you're happy with it, fantastic, or here's what it's missing and here's the disconnect between what you want it to do and what it's probably actually doing. So like, I mean, for me that was the biggest eye opener personally, is really understanding what made a collagen really a collagen, because you could probably go into any sort of grocery store or Shoppers Drug or any sort of pharmacy and see the word collagen slapped on every single product that's there. It's like, I'm sure there's a cereal like from General Mills that says collagen in it, right? So it's like,
It's huge
and
marketing.
it
Huge
is, right?
marketing.
And I totally get it from a marketing background. Like I totally get how, you might be walking by that product, say, oh, collagen, I need collagen. I'm 46 years old. Like, but it's like, if you're going to spend the money, make sure you're spending the money in the right spots and making sure that what you are purchasing is doing what you want it to do.
Yeah.
Totally. And when it comes to price points too, I know some people are like, oh, wow, it's so much money. I pay $40 for mine. And I'm like, so I was in Fortino's the other day in Loblaws and I was looking at some great brands too in the health food section. And okay, it's $40. However, there's only 2 grams of collagen peptides and nothing else. So now you multiply that by 5, you're paying the same price, like, and you're not even getting the additional benefits. So don't, when it comes to putting something into your body, don't look at a cost. I mean, compare it. I'm sure if it's a great product, I'm honest with people. I'm like, this is a great product, keep using it. You can add this additionally. So we have biotin, which is, there's 4,500 mcgs. If you're getting under 3,000 your daily intake, it actually doesn't really, it's not the recommended daily intake for it to make a difference. So make sure you're getting the right amounts. Biotin, if you're losing your hair. So what I learned from a nutritionist is that when you're pregnant, women lose their hair afterwards because their babies have taken all the biotin from them. So you need to replace that biotin, and that's where vitamin B comes from. So it gives you also energy. So now, for hair loss, there's a lot of testimonies where it helped with hair growth. So now I kind of understand why women lose hair during pregnancy, and it helps your hair and nails. Hyaluronic acid, it's in our skincare. It's also in this bottle. So for women, not downplaying it, but if you put fillers in, that's basically they're putting collagen and hyaluronic acid into your skin. What happens is that it's stretching. So now you've stretched your skin. Well, you can do it by putting it into your body where it benefits your entire whole body and not just your face, where you need to keep doing it because you're starting to stretch your own skin. And over time, it will sag and it will not work anymore. And I see so many young girls doing it. You don't need to. And after the age of 25, our collagen does deplete. We feel it more in an older age, but unfortunately, we can't stay 10 years old with beautiful skin forever, right?
That was the other thing I was gonna add is that, like I know oftentimes we're like, oh, but do we really need that? Like, is it a marketing ploy? Like, do we really need collagen, or do we really need, vitamin D, or do we, whatever it is, the buzzword is for the year. And we really do need collagen. Like collagen is like, and I have a 9 and a 12-year-old, right? And we are just talking about this before we jumped on the line. I'm like, if you have children in the very young age, feel their skin. It's like, it's plump and it's like juicy, right? For lack of a better, and that's because they are producing collagen at a high level and being able to retain it. And part of, the blessed beauty of aging is that we don't produce it, but we can add it to our body. And that is like one thing now I've realized at mid 40s that I'm not willing to sacrifice anymore, because I do feel it and I do need it, right? For my joints, for, for my skin, to maybe delay fillers. I don't know, all the stuff. So
And hormonally, it has, okay, again, TMI, but hormonally, like on my 60, so after 60 days, I guess it was the cycle, when I was menstruating, I didn't even feel it coming. Like I didn't even PMS, my back didn't hurt. Like I was like, wow, like for me, that's not that I'm in a ton of pain, but I can feel it coming. Like I know, yeah, PMS a bit. And even my second round, nothing. So I was very happy with that, because that's one thing that the last couple of years, like I know I'm 2 years away from 50. So like menopause is coming. I want to be prepared. I do not want to feel like shit when I'm, going through menopause. And this honestly is collagen. From all the research I've done, it's really, really important. And I'm going to share a link for our customers that are already using collagen. Can you please share how much you love it, what you love about it? And I think you got an email, but we're also going to post a YouTube video with our VP and a really well-known nutritionist who has her own supplement collection. And she's been trying, she tried the Glow, and so she's doing a review on it. It is great. So if you want to talk to someone who you think is more reputable, and I mean, listen to her, you'll see all the benefits that she shares. It's such a great video. So make sure we'll all share that with you.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any final thoughts? Any questions? I didn't even look. If anybody has any questions, and even if you have any questions, you can reach out to us or even put it in the comments. We'd be happy to answer them. Quick note. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I think also people need to know that they stand by their products, and there's a 30-day guarantee. And I think that's a huge deal for people who are trying something. Like what store do you go into, or health food store or whatever? You go in, you grab a collagen or a supplement, and they're like, yeah, in 30 days, if it doesn't work for you, bring it back and we'll refund you. Like that just doesn't happen. For the most part, I don't know of anybody that does that. So I think that's a really great way to stand by products, and
Yes.
people be confident that they can try it. And if it's something that they don't really like, then there's nothing they have to lose.
Absolutely. But I do want to share, just like with supplements, nothing works overnight.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be consistent. And it does take it takes 30 days to 90 days to notice a difference. Everybody's different. Collagen goes to where your body needs it, not where you want to put it. So somebody may feel it in their knee, somebody may see it in their eyelashes. I don't know, like it's different, it's individual for everybody.
I want mine in my boobs. I don't know about anybody else.
We'll have to ask our husbands. Do you notice the difference?
Exactly. Totally.
I'm all for that. But so Trinot is new in Canada. It's actually in a pre-launch. If you're already using the product and you love it and you want to share it with others, honestly, join us. Like we have a fun girl tribe, and men too can join us. But if you can think of sharing this with a few more people, everything's so expensive. Everyone can use another stream of income. And I think it's very important today. And we've all been in this industry for a very long time, over 10 years. Like together, we must have 40 years in network marketing. And it is an amazing way to earn extra income for your family, whether it's an extra $500 a month or an extra $10,000 a month. Like you can do whatever you want with it. But if you're already a user of the product or you want to use it, the comp plan is great. So please reach out to any of us. We'd love to have you join us because it's new and we want to, our passion is to share great product with others. And that's what we do with our skincare too. We love Ever. We love using it. We love sharing it. And this is just another partner that we want to share with you.
Yep.
And I don't want to speak for anyone else on this call, but I know for me in particular, it's like, you know, we all probably have been able to share multiple things if we really want them. But like, I know for me personally, it's really important for me to have tried the product. You know, I did it with all the things that I share with my amazing customers, and really stand behind it and believe it. So I feel like all four of us on this call are very passionate and feel authentic in offering this product to all our current clients, because it is so in line with what we already are doing with on a skincare level that it's just such a natural fit.
Yes. All right.
Absolutely.
Okay, ladies, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Yeah,
hanging
you,
out with
ladies.
us.
The
And
sun's going down, I'm getting darker.
yeah, and if you have any questions, reach out to us. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
You too.
Good night.